Well, here we are. Welcome, everybody. Good day. Good day to you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Hopefully, your Tuesday is going very well on this November 9th. Thank you for being here. The system is showing that we are live. And here we go. So, today we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about success. We're going to talk about desires and how you can set yourself up for success. How do you set it up so that you have a successful business and successful adventure in what you're doing? Welcome, Aminata. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. I'm going to be brief today, maybe about 30 minutes, where we discuss just some of the basics that it takes to get going and what do you do with your mindset. So we're talking about $1 million mindset. We're talking about goals and desires and what are the basic steps to get you set up. So thank you for being here. Thanks for adding people and inviting your friends. I'm also going live here on the YouTube channel and on Facebook and on LinkedIn. So it's kind of interesting to be live everywhere. Pretty cool. So what's the first step would it be to get some goals and desire, and what do you have to do with your mindset? What would be the first thing that you do? And here it is. So if you don't have a piece of paper and a pen, get a piece of paper and a pen and write these things down, because this information has the power to change your life if you take it seriously. So the first step would be to decide that it's going to be easy. See, when you're going to get the law of attraction, when you want to get all these laws of the universe working on your behalf, as I study this material with Bob Proctor, my mentor, how can we get this to work? You're going to start asking yourself all kind of negative questions. But I want you to start asking yourself all kind of good questions. Welcome, Babu, and welcome, Ike and Aminata, to the session today. So I want you to start this thinking and deciding that it will be easy. Because if you're deciding and thinking that it's going to be hard, it will probably be hard. So what are you going to decide as the number one step? So number one step that I'm going to share with you today on this $1 million day goals and desires and success is to for you to decide that it will be easy. Because there's a difference between easy and hard. If you choose hard, it will be hard. If you choose easy, it will be easy. Well, which way are you going to choose? So choose wisely. So what are you going to choose? It's really up to you. We can talk about the law of attraction, we can talk about the laws of the universe, but the number one thing that you have to start attracting into your life is goodness. Easy goodness. We want to be you to succeed with easy flow, low anxiety, low pressure, and your work to become amazing. So, number one step, decide that it will be easy. Don't take it from me. This has been going on for a long time. This has been going on since the 1900s. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining here today, and thanks for inviting others to watch live. You can see me live as well on YouTube and on the LinkedIn channel as well. So once you decide that your business is going to be easy, and I hope you do so, because if you decide it to be difficult, you're challenging yourself in a way you're not supposed to, unless you like that challenge. So the side is going to be easy. Then the second thing, you have to decide that you will be successful. You have to make a decision to you and to the world and to your family and everybody around you that you will be successful. You're going to have to succeed at this thing that you're doing. You have to make up your mind that you will succeed. Decide that you will be successful. It sounds easy and sounds simple, but not too many do it. So many are wishing and hoping that, oh, maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll move their way. Maybe I'll pass. Maybe somebody would feel great for me and give me a break. No, first, let's work on you. You decide that you're going to be successful. You decide that you're not going to stop until you become successful. What success is to you is different to somebody else. So to you could be making one sale a day, two sales a day, $10 a day, $100,000 a day. Success to you is different than anybody else. You stop measuring yourself against anybody else. Start measuring yourself against you. You are your own measure. So where do you want to go? So what is success to you? You decide you want to be successful, and that could be one sale a day, two sales a day, 10 sales a day. That could be writing a book, writing 2 books, writing 3 books, whatever. But you decide that that's what I'm going to do. And step number 3, endeavor every day that this is your goal. This is the goal that you want. This is what you want to work on every day. You're going to get up every day and you're going to work on this thing. Now, why do you want to do that? Because if you don't, who's going to? If you don't set yourself up that way with a beautiful mindset, with a beautiful day, so that you can work on these things, who's going to? You think your neighbor is going to come and say, hey, it's time for you to write your book? Hey, it's time for you to sell your product? Nobody's coming. If you're sitting home waiting for somebody to come to give you the checks, if you're sitting home waiting for somebody else to come and give you a bucket of goodness, nobody's coming. So I want you to stop waiting. I want you to start acting a lot more. So you wake up every day and you endeavor towards that goal. You're going to have to do that. So that's how it is. That's the beginning. This was one lecture that we had from Bob not long ago. So just to review quickly before I go to the next part of the presentation today, you're going to decide that life is going to be easy for you. You decide that your business is going to be an amazing, successful, easy, effortless business. You're going to attract only that. You don't want the hard clients. You don't want the tough problems. I mean, you want to solve problems to make money and generate income, but you decide that it's going to work. You make a decision. Then you decide that you're going to be successful. Welcome, Cindy. Thanks for being here. Decide that you're going to be successful. That means you are not going to be a loser anymore. You are not going to be on the fence anymore. You are not going to be waiting in the line for somebody to give you some food scraps to get something. No, you are going to be successful. You are going to start generating the income. That's what success means. Success means health, wealth. You're actually making it happen. So when you decide that that's what you want, you're telling the world you are moving in this direction. You are now in charge of you, and you're asking the world and everybody around you that this is it. You are going to be a force to be reckoned with. You're going to raise yourself to that level. People have to know. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you're doing. So you have to step up your game and start saying, no, I'm going to do this. And step number 3, you're going to endeavor every day towards this goal. You're going to wake up every morning and write your goal down. And you're going to write this goal and say, I'm doing it again today. Because today is Tuesday. Maybe your goal has changed since the weekend. Maybe something happened on the weekend and you want, and things have achieved or things have changed and you're moved and you have a new goal. But what is your goal today? Are you endeavoring towards that goal? Have you achieved that goal? See, goals are not just to have. Goals are what you're going to become. So what I'm teaching you here is bits and pieces of the thinking into results, because that's what Bob Proctor teaches me. Bob has been doing this for 60 years and he's now teaching us this material. So in terms of goals and desires and money and success, what do you have to do from your mindset? You have to get there first before it really happens. To get the success and to become successful, these are the basic fundamentals. Now, how do you get it? How do you naturally become like that, right? There's a couple of cornerstones that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to sort of believe that you love this job that you're doing. This thing that you're involved with, this thing that you're involved with and bringing out to the world, the service that you're going to provide, you have to fall in love with it. If you don't love what you're doing, you might as well change, drop it now. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to make money. You're not going to enjoy your life, and you're going to be miserable for a long time to come. I can teach you all kind of stuff about $1 million mindset, but if you're not happy with what you've got, you're not going to be happy with what's going to be coming. So you have to change. You have to grow. You have to start loving what you're doing. And if you don't know what it is, we need to have a conversation. You need to book an appointment and let's chat about your purpose, vision, and goals. Welcome, Nikkei and May and Cindy and Nicole and Nancy and Amy and Beppo. Thank you for being here. Thanks for following the club. Thanks for being a member. I want you to start loving what you're doing. I want you to start doing some things that you are really engaged with at a different level. If you don't like what you're doing, I don't know what you're waiting for. Are you waiting for next year? Like, are you waiting for another year to go by, or are you going to do something over the next month and a half or two while this year is coming to an end? Or did you just throw in the towel already? Because if you throw in the towel, I tell you, you're wasting time. I want you to start loving what you're doing. And if you don't have a passion, if you don't have a desire, we can have a conversation and we can find that out. See, there are ways to bring out your talent, to know, to tell the world what you really like to do. There are ways to do that. So once you start believing and loving what you do, we start creating this winning habits. So you can have $1 million mindset. So you can have a goal and desire that's going to come to life. So you can have this law of success and the law of attraction to work for you. You might be thinking, I'm not lucky, I'm in this country, I don't have money. We're going to forget all that right now. We're not there yet. Okay? We're not going to worry about the how. We're going to let Bob Proctor worry about the how and the law of attraction. Right now, we're worrying about you. We are worrying about you. And if you're here for the first time, welcome, thank you. You can go to El-Rassi.com, ELRASSI.com, and subscribe. Put your name there. There's all kind of good stuff. There's a couple of books that you can get, an article on decisions. There's a webinar that's coming on November 18th that you can register for, November 18th at 12 p.m., 2 hours that can change your life. So I want you to start believing that you love this thing. We're going to help you create habits that are second to none. Just imagine you wake up and you have a habit of generating money. Wouldn't you like that? You have a habit that you're going to grow to that next level. Every day you're going to grow a little bit. So you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. If you've never made $1 million, you're not going to do it today, okay? But we can help you make an extra dollar tomorrow, an extra 10 the day after. So we're going to help you create these habits, what I call a winning habit, so you can build and grow yourself into this desire and goal that you want, into this $1 million mindset. We can help you grow there. Are you going to do it by yourself? Perhaps. How long is it going to take you? It's probably taken you 15, 20, 30 years. How long have you been working? How long have you been in business and it's not really working, right? How many calls do you make a day towards your business to succeed? So I'm breaking down the steps of how to become a successful entrepreneur, a successful achiever, a successful business owner, a successful goal, money attraction kind of guy or girl that is happy about what you're doing. So you need to decide that, what's it going to take? And we can help you with a couple articles on, for example, the common denominator of success, some of the elite habits, what decisions you have to make every day so that your business can grow. And I'm not talking growing 1%, 2%. I'm talking 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. So first you're going to start believing that you start loving what you're doing. And you're going to create these habits, the winning habits. We can share with you what are these habits. We can share them with you every day. Welcome, Dan. Thanks for being here, buddy. Then we can teach you how to make decisions. See, part of the thing that I learned from Bob Proctor is goals, the science of goal achieving. How do you achieve a goal? And then how do you shift your paradigm? How do you shift to start making that 100,000 a month? Yes, a month. 50,000 a month, whatever is your number. And then the third is decision making. Do you know how to make decisions? Do you know how to make decisions? If you don't know how to make decisions, you need to study this material. Because if you don't know how to make decisions, I don't know how your business is going to grow. Your business will not grow to that next level if you're making decisions the old-fashioned way, where you're asking everybody's opinion, where you're looking up newspapers and watching the news. By the time you watch all this stuff, it's too late, or you're going to get the wrong information. So we're going to get you to learn how to make decisions properly, fast. In the book Think and Grow Rich, as I have it in my hand, because I am live, you can see me live on YouTube or LinkedIn and somewhere on Facebook. I haven't looked it up myself on Facebook because this is a new channel I'm using. Executives and leaders make decisions fast and change them slow. See, when Napoleon Hill went on researching these 500 millionaires, that was the most common trait. They make decisions fast and change them slow. You have to do your due diligence. The bigger the decision, the more due diligence you got to do. You need that help, but you got to learn how to make decisions. I have in my hands here the article, Common Denominator of Success. It's incredible. You learn how to put that into your business, I guarantee you're going to get 100 times the value. But I want you to get there with serenity, with peace, with calmness. This is not about anxiety. I'm running around like crazy and busy stuff and 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. No, this is about you becoming calm, you becoming serene, and you have a business that works. So we're going to get you to start having a serene mindset. You're going to believe in your goal, Believe in your desire and in your passion. Then you're going to get you to start making decisions quickly and amazingly. Very, very nice. Okay? That's what you got to do. Then you're going to learn how to relax. Now you're thinking about, if I want to make business, if I want to have big goals, I cannot be relaxing. Well, I tell you, you got to relax. And you got to put yourself in a calm state on a daily basis so that you can reach your inner brilliance. Because right now, welcome, Jackie. Thanks for being here. Great to have you.
Thank you, Bob.
So you have to learn to relax, and you have to learn to take time to reach your inner side, the best side of you, your subconscious mind, your intelligent mind. Because when you're chaotic all the time, when you're running and rushing and busy all the time, the best side of you does not come out. So if you look at science and religion, everything is already here, right? So if everything is already here and we are connected to this beautiful infinite world, and if you start meditating and you're relaxing and taking breaks, start having fun with your business, wouldn't it be nice to actually have this capacity in your mind to do these kind of things, to meditate and really see that, wow, I can grow this business? Can you use your mind to imagine a much bigger business? Can you use your mind to build that house, to build that wealth, to build that car, to build that beautiful thing that you're working on? You go there first, and then we'll bring it to make it real. That's what we're talking about. You start, I'm gonna, kind of regroup quickly so that in case you just come into the room, right? You're gonna start believing in what you're doing, that it is good. You are in integrity with the world. What you're doing, you're adding value. You're solving a problem. You're helping others, and you'll love it. And you're gonna create habits that are gonna be second to none, all directed towards your goals. You're gonna get away from bad habits and build new habits. Change your paradigm, shift your mindset. You're going to start making more calls every day so you can grow your business. And you're going to decide that you will be successful no matter what. No matter what your mom and dad told you, or your uncles, or your sisters, or all those jealousy that's happening around you. You decide that you are going to be successful no matter what. You make that decision to yourself first. You make it. You have to read this article, Common Denominator of Success. It's just phenomenal. And then you start taking breaks a couple times a day to imagine your goal, to really believe that goal achieved. Because you can talk about the law of attraction, the law of success, but have you ever applied that in your life? Do you know how to apply the law of attraction into your life? Do you know what to do? Well, I was thinking of results, we teach you that. We teach you how to set goals. We teach you how to start doing all the things that you don't want to do. See, successful people do the things that lazy people don't like to do. Successful people do the things that the unsuccessful people don't do. That's how they become successful. But how do you do it with peace and ease and flow? How do you do it? How do you shift your paradigm so that you become $1 million earner? Because right now you're probably at 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe you're at 100,000 and you want to go to 1 million. How are you going to go there? Can you go there in your mind first and then make it come to you like a magnet? Imagine a magnet in your hand, and you can attract this goal towards you so you can get there faster. Because that's what I want you to do. You can do it on your own, but with a coach and a mentor, it's so much faster. Since I brought Bob Proctor to my life, Laura Langmeyer, Forbes Riley, my physical fitness trainer, things have changed dramatically. It's like sped up. It's like on a high speed. And that's what you got to do. You got to learn that there's better ways out there. You don't want to do it the hard way. Decide that life is going to be easy and work is going to be easy, and it's going to be easy. And the fourth thing, before we start taking some questions from you and have a conversation, is I want you to start playing with big numbers. Maybe you haven't been thinking big, but play with big numbers. For example, $1 million. Can you make $1 million in your mind small? See, if you're making $10,000 now a year, how many more zeros do you need to make it a million? Are you playing with big numbers? 50,000 times 20, 1,000 times 1,000. If you're serving at, selling something for $20, what's it going to take to make 100,000? What's it going to take to make 1 million? Start playing with these numbers. When you play with these numbers, $1 million number is going to become small. You might not believe this, but make it a game, make it fun. Bob Proctor, not long ago, maybe a couple months ago, month and a half, had a seminar, how to make $1 million small. That was one of the tricks. That was one of the examples. You just imagine it. Make $1 million small. All you have to do is serve 1,000 people, $1,000. That's $1 million. 50,000 people at 20. That's right. That's all you got to do. Make $1 million look small. How do you do it? In this time and day, we can do this stuff. Making $1 million is not big anymore. It might be too big to you before, but it used to be, at least in the US and Europe, $1 million is easy to retire. But now it's not easy anymore. $1 million is not enough. So you need to think big. You got to think 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. You invest 500,000 and it's going to grow to $1 million. So you got to think big. But how do you do it? How do you grow these numbers? You got to help more people. You got to add more value. You got to bring a team. And the my last point is, to get the mindset from a calmness perspective, you got to study every day. You got to study mindset material. And Dan here studies Think and Grow Rich every day, like I do. I study Thinking into Results and Think and Grow Rich every day. And it has helped me tremendously. And the easiest way to grow into your business and grow your $1 million mindset and do goals and desires become real, start developing friendships, start developing mastermind groups, start growing relationships that can help propel you to that next level. Don't do it alone. If you want to do it alone, you might as well go live on an island somewhere or a mountain and find a piece of land, for example, in Tennessee for 20, 30,000, and nobody would find you. And you'll be by yourself. But why? When you could do it together in a group, in a mastermind. In the book Think and Grow Rich, talks about the mastermind. That lesson is coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to be on that lesson. We study one chapter a week. You got to develop friendships and relationships that would help you grow your business. Do you know how to do that? Are you friendly enough that people want to be with you? Well, we can teach you how to do that. We can teach you how to become friendly. We can teach you how to change your personality so that people are attracted to you. Oh, you might be thinking, oh, I'm nobody, everybody finds me strange. Well, forget it. Let's change all the old stuff. Forget the old story and let's build a new story. If you want to meet interesting people, start becoming interesting. If you want to meet friendly people, start becoming friendly. We have to help you change on the inside. So when we teach and mentor people on $1 million mindset and goals, a big part of it is yourself, your inner being. Who are you becoming? Right? We can teach you how to get there, the magic word, the attitude. It's an incredible program with Bob Proctor that we have, Thinking into Results. And if any of you have not seen it or don't know anything about it, reach out and I'll be more than happy to share with you. And on my page, it is there. You'll find it when you go to, I believe it's on the products page, you'll see it. But the key is, do you want to grow? Do you want to grow your business? Do you have desires? And are you just kind of hanging in there? How can we get you to get more serious, right? This last point that I mentioned about mastermind and friendships, that can change your life. If you do take that seriously, even just here with this app or YouTube or LinkedIn, you can grow your business 10 times this year in the next month and a half or 1 month and 20 days. So I want to thank you all for being here. Thanks all for who came to stage. And if you have something to comment, add, share, would love to hear from you. Dan, Jackie, Doug, and Aminata, welcome to share. What's your thought on goals and desires and money, success? What would someone do? Do these thoughts make sense? Like, what I talked about? What resonated with you today? Who would like to share?
Ladies first, Jackie. Thank you, sweetie. Hey, Doug, Dan, Kamal, great to see you all. For me, absolutely they make sense, but it does depend on your frame of mind at that particular time. So we all know that goals make sense, but I think for a lot of people, when they're going through stuff, sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. So I do believe that you must work on your mindset. And I know that the goals and the stuff, all that can help strategically. But most definitely, you have to be in the right frame of mind, because if you're not, it's harder to work on those goals. It's harder to set those goals. And it's far harder to achieve those goals. So that's just my thoughts for the moment, Kamal. This is Jackie. Thank you for having me. Handing back the mic.
Thank you, Jackie. This is awesome. Absolutely. One of the classes that we do, one of the thoughts that keep coming to mind with being a mentee of Bob Proctor, and it wasn't him, somebody told him that, and we use it now all the time, is 90% mindset, 10% strategy. Most people get stuck on the strategy and on trying to figure out the how and the technical part and the website and the all the Shazam and all the funnels. Forget it. Let's get your mindset straight first. Let's get your mind to be calm and the leader that you want to be, the success that you want to have. Let's get you that mindset, that $1 million mindset, so you can wake up with whatever you have right now, so you can feel rich, you can feel wealthy, you can feel grateful, happy, content. Because money and success is only going to make of more of who you are. We become more of who we are. So what are we becoming? So I love that what you mentioned, Jackie. That's just so awesome. 90% mindset, 10% strategy. And the more I'm into this material with Bob, this 8 months, I more and more believe it. It's so true. And you have to upgrade your mindset. You have to know that you are worthy, you are amazing, and you can do so much. Just start to think like that. It's going to help you. Jackie, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Kamal. Since you've been practicing it for 8 months now, can you give us an idea of how it's worked for you? The changes that you've seen, not just in your mindset, but real changes with regard to results. Thanks, Kamal. This is Jackie.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Jackie. That's awesome question. So the real changes have been in the income side. From 8 months ago, and this is not to brag. This is just to kind of give you a glimpse where my income moved 3 times where it was, and it wasn't bad before. I was in the six figure already, multiple six figures, but now it's 3 times that. Now, how did I do that? The biggest thing is I upgraded my goals, and I believed I can achieve my goals, and I started taking more action. Now, why didn't I take action before? I was too scared. I was too timid. I was too relaxed. Now I'm excited about the goal. So with results, I'm 3 times. Usually, I used to do one transaction real estate every 10 years. I've done two within the last 12 months. Right? I'm helping 12 people upgrade their life. That's huge to be able and have that chance and privilege. And I'm grateful that 12 people are trusting my coaching, my mentorship, so they can move their life. They're getting results. One of the ladies last night said she just made $100,000 over the last 2 months being in my course. Another individual just got an IT director opportunity to be promoted. That's going to take his income from the 150 maybe to the 300. So my personal results have changed. But the best thing about it, Jackie, is how I feel. Because the key is, do you feel happy? Do you feel wealthy? Do you feel more aware? Do you feel more present? This is what is the goal. The studying of mindset material with Bob and thinking into results gets you to feel phenomenal. And that's what you want. You want to feel good. You want to feel amazing every day and stay there. You don't want to be like the roller coaster with this emotional disaster that's going on in the world. You want to feel amazing all the time, grateful all the time. How do you do it? That's what I've learned. I now have the skills and the mindset capacity and awareness to stay where I want to be from the get go every day. Thank you for the question. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Dan? Oh, sorry,
Thank you,
Jackie.
Kamal. That was fabulous, and I'm truly delighted for you. This is Jackie. Hand you back to Dan.
Dan.
What's going on? Sorry. Yeah, it was sorry. Yeah, you just no, it's great feedback. No, great question. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know if you have a question for me, but I'm gonna speak on the science of this for a minute. So, for anybody here that doesn't, first off, have a goal, right? If your goal, whatever your goal, income or something else in life, doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. If there's like, could I really? To name bigger. I love what Les Brown was talking to him a month ago, and he said to me, most people fail in life not because they aim too high and miss. Most people fail in life because they aim too low and hit.
Wow.
So just dream it and believe it. And so thinking into results, right? I mean, that starts with the thought. And then it goes to write it down and then speak it, to believe it, that you can and you will, and you're already in possession of that which you desire. And that's a great. I hope that was valuable. This is in line with that. Any questions, Kamal, or someone else go for it? But yeah, this is Dan. I'm done talking.
No, I love that, Dan. Thank you so much.
Done talking. I love that.
Dan is amazing, incredible, and that conversation with Les Brown is just phenomenal. You really have to aim high. You have to have a goal that scares you. If your goal is just to kind of gain 1% or 2%, you don't need to do anything. Your company, wherever you're at, naturally is going to get you there. But you got to have something that scares you. You have to be go somewhere where you've never done, right? Do something before you feel that you are ready to do and do it. And that's the goal, right? It has to be something big, something exciting. Like, if it's not, what's so fun about it? You gotta enjoy it, right? You gotta go to that $1 million. You gotta write that book. You gotta buy that car, buy that house, go out with that girl. Something that you've never done, right? You gotta do it. I mean, you want to wait until you're 60, 70, 80, and look back and say, "Ah, shit, I should have went to that city. Ah, I should have taken that job." No, you're gonna have big goals. Les Brown is so amazing. We're gonna actually interview him in a couple of weeks on our show, myself and Harrison Klein, and I'm just excited. Can't wait to speak with him in person. So that's gonna be just phenomenal. And that's the other thing that, if I may add, from Jackie's question earlier, the biggest changes, Jackie, has been the kind of people I'm attracting into my life. Because once you move into a different frequency and vibration, you start attracting at that level. So you can attract whoever you want into your life. You just decide who you want to attract, and they will. You move to that frequency and vibration, they will show up in your life. And that's the best part. So thank you so much. I want to pass the mic to Doug. Doug, thanks for being here. What's your thought on the matter? Love to hear from you, Doug.
Thanks, Camille. Just in way of background, so I worked in the investment world for 21 years, selling hedge funds, mutual funds, head of sales and marketing of two of the biggest fund managers in Europe, one in Ireland and then one in the UK. And then basically changed and set up my own business. I have a consultancy, corporate training business, and I've spoken all over the world. I've got a radio show as well that goes out to 2.5 million people, gets about 150,000 live listeners every week. And people like, well, obviously you're talking a lot about the laws of attraction, and Bob Proctor, he was in Secret Film, obviously. I've had Jack Canford, Lisa Nichols, Dr. John DeMartini on many times on the show. And actually Lisa and John are testimonies on my book because they're personal friends as well. So in terms of this subject, yeah, I mean, look, I always say in order to make money, make success, make your goals come true, I use the acronym in my book of make it happen. And that starts with mindset in terms of getting yourself into the flow. In terms of, if you look at McKinsey, for example, they have a study showing over a 10-year period in terms of flow, employees who are in the flow are 500% more productive. And actually Forbes magazine did an article showing that happier staff, just even happier staff, are 20% more productive. Happier salespeople, 37% more productive. And Fortune 100 magazine showed that, the top 100 places to work for in terms of the happy factor, the stock market returns between 97 and 2004 went up 14.5%, whereas those outside that was per annum, by the way, those outside only went up 5%. And in fact, as a stock market guy, if you look at the day before Thanksgiving, Independence Day, Easter, and the last 2 weeks of the year, the stock market goes up 85% of the time during those periods because people are happy and positive people produce positive results. So that's one of the most important things. And obviously, Jackie was talking about mindset, and that's why it's so important. Secondly, in terms of make happen, A is for actions and activities. In terms of goals, yes, you put your business goals together, but you don't just put a business plan in place for the year. You put targets in place, for the year, for the quarter, for the month, for the week, and then put daily processes and procedures in place leading you towards those goals. So that you're doing something every single day that leads you towards those long-term goals. Secondly, you need to make sure that you have the right client avatar in place to know exactly who you're targeting, so you're just not willy-nilly just shooting at stars. So it's very important to have a very targeted approach to know exactly who the client avatar is, so you're spending the right time with the right people to produce the right results. Thirdly, in terms of activity planning, you need to make sure that you time manage your day very well. so that you are spending the right time with the right people, but you're also spending the right time on the right activities that lead you towards revenue producing activities rather than wasting your time. And I think we're probably all a bit, it's slightly different for some of us who've obviously been successful in the past. We can spend time in this app, but I would suggest that for people who aren't, taking in six figures plus, be very restrictive of how much time you be in here, because you need to make action as well. And that's part of the activity side of things as well. K is for knowledge and knowing. Knowledge in terms of know your client, know your product, know your industry, and match your client needs to your USPs, but also having a knowing faith in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you as well. So you need to get up every day and know exactly what you want, where you want it, and how you're going to get it, so that you can get out there and target yourself towards that goal and towards what you're trying to achieve. And then E is for energy. And energy is the most important thing to have, because, I've employed thousands of people in terms of working for me in different organizations over the years. I'm 47 now. And during that time period, it was never the PhDs or the MBA guys that were the most successful. It was the guys who woke up in the morning with that vitality and, kind of zest for what they did, almost having a love for what they do, a love for the people they serve, and a love for the job they do. And I always say love is also an acronym for lots of vibrant energy. So if you can create a love and a true purpose about what you're doing, you'll wake up every day with that zest and that vitality to go and achieve whatever you want to achieve. But you need to make sure that you're following your path, and not Tony Robbins' path, not Bob Proctor's path, your path. Because we're all individuals on this planet, and we all have different goals, different dreams, and different vibrational energy as well. And a lot of people come on here, someone like you come out and think, oh, he's such a wonderful person, I want to copy him. But you need to be yourself, your true self, your authentic self. And when you are your true self, your authentic self, you will be aligned to your true goal, true mission in life, and then everything will flow for you. So when you find that sense of purpose, which is what I help people do, then you'll be in the right flow and you'll create the right things in the right time with the right people. So I hope that helps.
Oh, it definitely does. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Be your true, authentic self. That was so good. I mean, I wrote it down. I don't know about everybody here in the room. I wrote several things down from Doug. Thank you so much for adding this and sharing with us. That's just amazing. And I encourage everybody to, hit everybody's name here and follow them and see what they do and what they offer. Like, Dan does website, Jackie does moderation in different rooms, and Doug has beautiful books and a podcast and show and a book and a success coach. And so just kind of be curious about what others are doing, because that's how you're going to grow. You're going to reach to that other level by being curious. So I want to thank every one of you for coming here today. Aminata, what would you like to share about gold and what you've heard so far today? Aminata, the mic's yours.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for your sharing your thoughts. It was very precious, especially this one about being your authentic self, not copying other people, because it can be really very tricky when we're used to listen to someone like often. We can tend to lose ourselves, so it's very, very, very important to know ourselves first, to be willing to do what we want to do and not other people. Well, about the goals, I think it's very important to be aware about the decision, as we said this morning, come on, in your other room, and to take actions daily, to be aware of the fact that we have paradigms. I have a lot of paradigms I'm working on, and to like overcome the negative thought that you can have, taking actions, go beyond fear and beyond yourself. Like for instance, I want to be a writer. I am a writer. I think like a writer, a successful writer. Imagine myself in my future life as a successful writer,
Hmm.
and every day, like I write every day in my journal and on my book, and every day I have the thought about stopping to do it because of my paradigm, because I've been told my whole life, I have 31 years old, that I was slow, like I was stupid, negative things, and I know it's not true. And there's moment like I think it's true, but it's not my real feeling. It's my paradigm which is talking and louder, because I'm like feeling like my real self, and my paradigm doesn't want it. Like okay with it. It's not okay with me showing up every day, with me sharing my thoughts with people, with me being more like confident, being my real self. And it's really important for all of us guys to keep showing up daily, to keep feeling good, because it's our true nature, and to go toward what we really want in life, not what other people want us to be, not what other people want us to feel, not what other people want us to think. It's really important to be ourselves. So that's it. Thank you for all your thoughts, your energy that I can feel, and thank you.
So good.
Yeah, I was going to say, Aminata, Jackie here, you were anything but whatever you were told you were, because you come across as a very bright lady, very in tune with yourself. And that is so important, because once you're in tune with yourself, you can be in tune with the universe and everything else that goes on. So continue the great work you're doing, because I have faith in you, and I know, and I'm sure the others do as well. This is Jackie handing back the mic.
Thank you so much, Jackie. It means a lot, and it's very encouraging. Thank you so much. God bless you.
So good. Thank you, Jackie, for sure. And thank you, Aminata. Absolutely. You're doing amazing. All the good things you want to do. And you're just going to keep getting better and better. And I like what Doug said, and Jackie and Dan and Aminata. It's just beautiful to be able to share in the open. But the one thing we got to take care of is our time, right? And how we spend our time with others. And how do you spend time taking action towards your business? You got to take that action. So many are reading too much, studying too much, and not taking enough action. So you got to give it the time. You got to put that time, and you got to do it. That could be the phone calls. That could be the research that you have to do to see what you got to do. That could be the appointments, the meetings. So take the action, take that step. So many are just stuck in the research phase, and they're like, oh, I really want this, but I don't know what to do. You just got to start. You start taking the action, and then new action is going to reveal itself to you what's it going to be. We don't know all the action for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, but you know what you need to do today to move your business. You definitely know what are the next two things you need to do today to make your website better, to make your book better, to make your magazine better, to help the client that's coming to see you become better. So you know the action that you need to take today. You start taking a lot of that imminent, immediate action, the new action is going to show up, and start becoming effective at what you do. You have to be effective. You have to look at how others are effective. Do they hire a team? Do they have somebody helping them? How are they becoming more intelligent? How are they developing people around them? What masterminds are they in? What do they do? How do they learn? What seminars do they attend? So look at the people out there that you want to be like, and start doing same things. Start being in the same frequency and vibe, and then you're gonna see very quickly what is missing in your world, so you can grow fast. That's what you got to do, and you got to help people. How many are you going to help along the way? I know Dan does. I know I do. I know Jackie does. So how many are you going to help? How many people are you going to enrich their life by making their life better, by solving their problem? Now, helping doesn't mean always free. You're going to have to get paid for the time that you put, because when you solve somebody's problem, when you take away their pain and you put the time, you deserve to be compensated. Now, if you do it with integrity, and if you do it with all goodwill, and you go above and beyond, you're going to get compensated for it handsomely. That's just part of the law. So do it well, do an amazing job, and leave everybody feeling better after you've met them. That's going to be a habit that you have to develop. If you haven't developed that, develop the habit of leaving everybody with an impression of increase. It could be that somebody works for you. It could be that your neighbor. It could be that your employee. It could be that your client. They're going to give you money in returns of a service, but your service has to be above and beyond what they've expected. That's kind of different vibration, different mindset, different way of thinking. Don't think of it as just equal. Oh, I'm just going to give them $10 worth. No, give them $100 worth of your service for the $10 they're going to give you, because they're going to be your client forever. It's not a one-time deal. They're going to be your clients forever. They're going to refer people to you. They're going to refer business to you. If you want these goals and desire to manifest into big success, that's how you have to think. You have to think differently than what you are. Because if you stay thinking the same way as you have been, well, guess what? Your results are going to stay the same. You have to think differently. You have to act differently. You have to become a different person for the new good to come to you. So you look at it, all right, you want to be a $10 million man or woman. Well, how does a $10 million man or woman think, behave, and act? Doug, what's your say on that, on how we become before we actually have?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, it's very important to make sure that you put yourself in the energy. I think some people say fake it till you make it. I don't actually like that, but fair, be it till you become it. And put yourself in the energy that you want to be in. Hang around with the right people. I find, for example, if you're going into town, for example, instead of going to maybe the local Starbucks or something like that, why not go to the best hotel in town, buy the extra, buy the coffee for the extra $10, whatever it is, but then you never know who you could be hanging around with at that point in time. And I've done this many times, and I end up sitting next to some amazing people as well. And the other thing is, if you're ever traveling, say for business or something like that. So, for example, I travel quite often across to London, and I go business class, not because I'm flash, not because I'm a big guy, but because you never know who you could be sitting next to. And I've done this. I ended up sitting next to a CEO of Game On Media, which is a company over here in Ireland. We became friends, got chatting. He then saw me in a gig I was presenting at, brought me into his business and paid me 5 figures to speak to his business. So putting yourself in the right place, the right time, with the right people is very important. And you get very different results by hanging around with different people. Because, when I was in the investment world, I would get, say, maybe £1 million from a financial advisor, 5 million quid from a stockbroker, 10 or 20 million quid from an asset manager, maybe 50 million quid from a global banker, and one institutional pension fund manager gave me 580 million quid in one go one time. And it was using exactly the same presentation in exactly the same way, but it's just with different people, and it produced different results. So make sure that you are targeting the right people and hanging around the right people. And as you said, give them amazing value, and then you'll get the results back. And I'd actually say as well, I had John Tone on my radio show, and John was Steve Jobs' executive coach. And before he became Steve Jobs' executive coach, he wrote a book 20 years ago, and the book was about sales and leadership. And during that time, he put the book out, and he had the intention of getting a load of sales and making some money. And he didn't sell a book. And he then put the book out again 10 years later because he reread it and he thought, you know what, this could add value to people. And when he put the book out again, he had the intention just purely trying to add value to one person. And that's all he intended to do. And the book went out, became a New York Times bestseller. Steve Jobs read the book and made him his executive coach, and the rest is history. So the important thing to do is whatever you have, make sure you have the intention behind what you're doing, that it truly adds value to people. And I always say, write down 5 things you love doing, 5 things you're good at doing, and 5 things you can add value to people in some way or form. And you've got a pretty good start in terms of where you should be going in life. You won't work a day because you'll be doing something you really love as well. If you can find a match, obviously, between those 3. So, yeah, just add value, find your passion, find your love, and as I said, have the intention of really trying to help people as well, rather than just making money.
I love that so much. So good. So good. So what else can we add today? 5 more minutes. I have to close the room before 1:30. I got an appointment with a client, but just want to leave you with just a thought. And if you have anything else to share, if you haven't connected yet with everybody on stage, please do so. Follow them now so that you know where they are, what they do, what they add, and look at their bios and see what the value they can offer you to make your day better and your business better, because that's how it works. I want to leave you with this idea. Aminata, would you like to speak?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, when Steve Jobs says that we can connect the dots looking backwards, what does it mean?
Oh, sure. Jackie, go ahead.
Does he mean, Kamal, that hindsight is 20/20 vision? Because we have learned most of our lessons, I think, in life by looking back and realizing if perhaps if only I had done this, or if only I'd listened to this person. So, do you think that has an element to it, Kamal? This is Jackie, handing back the mic.
That's definitely one element of it. The other main element that I keep thinking about and listen from my mentor, Bob Proctor, basically, you cannot see how the goodness is going to come into your life. You have a big goal that you want to achieve. You are where you're at and you want to go to that next big goal. We don't know all the steps from here to there. You just have to start becoming that new thing. And as you start taking action, intuitive action, and using your subconscious mind to give you that intelligence and depending on it and demanding the universe to give you what you want, you becoming somebody else, the right people are going to show up in your life and help you get there. The right companies are going to show up, the right meetings. Like Doug just said, you upgrade yourself to that $1 million status, you upgrade yourself to the business level. You never know who you're going to sit beside, you never know who you're going to meet. So we don't know how to connect the dots forward. But when we are there, we can look back and say, yeah, look what happened. I met Forbes Riley, I met Bob Proctor, I met Kamal, I met Dan, I met Doug, and they're the one who connected me to these businesses. We don't know the how. The how is going to be revealed to us through the laws of the universe and through the laws of success and through the thing. You just have to endeavor towards that goal. That's so important that we're not going to know. If we know the how, we'll be doing it already. So that's why we can't connect the dots forward, because if you know how to make the $1 million, if you know how to build your business to that next level, you will be doing it already. We don't know how. We just know that we want it. Okay, we want it. My little dog here is saying hi. If we know we want it, we endeavor to it every day and start building leadership capacity, leadership abilities, leadership effectiveness towards these goals. The how is going to be revealed. That's my thought. Anybody else would like to comment?
Yeah, Kamal.
Ladies first.
Oh, I have to totally agree, Kamal, because I if you like, went through a bit of a pivot or a change, and it was amazing that when I made that decision, I had people reaching out to me about stuff. And there's one that aligns with me now that we're in further talks. So it's amazing how it is. It's like Doug said, it's taking that action. So you nearly have to close one door before another door can be opened. And when you take that action, then you are opening yourself to whatever comes your way. But, I was gobsmacked, if you want to use the phrase. Doug would know anyway what that means. At the approaches and the different things that happened once I had made that decision. So I think you're so right in every way. But thank you for bringing that up. This is Jackie, handing back the mic.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Dan, love to hear from you, Dan.
No. Okay, yeah. No, sorry, no. I love. So actually, I wanted to reply what Doug said. Write down things you like to do, things you want to do, things you're good at, things you can add value to other people. And the reason why I couldn't go is because I actually I hadn't. I guess I don't know why, but anyway. So I did. If you guys haven't checked out Kamal's site or what he's doing, I mean, please go and check it out. Definitely is someone that can help you get to your next level. And so anyway, so I clicked on your site. It's beautiful. I love it. Probably because I made it. Anyway, but I noticed anyway. I guess I made an error. Not an error, but I hadn't. Whatever. I didn't have it completely optimized for mobile on the next page, not on the first one yet. But whatever. Anyway, so that's what I was doing. I just updated your thing. It's perfect now. Anyway, so yeah, they're going to. I love to do that. It didn't even. It was just a second nature thing. I just went and I just edited it for you. Because I was a little bit offline. I said, anyways. So I made a mistake too, but anyway, I fixed it. It's beautiful now. And so, just do what you love to do. And when you get really good at it, it never feels like work, everyone. I was saying to Jackie, actually, my head's killing me right now. I feel like I'm at like 20% of myself today. Anyway, I was just be able to still. I'm so grateful. Right? Woke up. I did my gratitude this morning. I'm grateful. Grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I'm able to achieve. And you are, everyone, the average, the 5 people you hang out with most. Now, maybe you don't have a lot of people you hang out with in person, but what are you putting into your mind? That's what the thing's really about, is what are you listening to, right? Are you listening to rap music? Nothing wrong with rap music. I love it. I grew up in it. But is get money, F bitches, do this, let's go, hustle life? Is that giving you value into your mind and good visions and good dreams? Or is it putting other thoughts into your mind? So what are you listening to? What are you believing in? And what are you doing to achieve your goals and dreams? And I promise you, if you write them down and you believe in yourself, you'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there. And I'll tell you my story another time. It's Dan. I'm done talking.
I love that. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so for being awesome. I want to thank everybody for being here. And Dan is amazing. So you see how he goes above and beyond the service. I mean, I had him help me with my website. It was the first one, and we're going to make it better. We're going to build a few more funnels, and he's just incredible. So if you need a website, you need a page, Dan is the man. Beautiful service and amazing quality, amazing results. Way more than what I needed, but it's working, and we just keep making it better. That's the key. Are you getting better every day? So this has been awesome. I mean, the opportunities for every one of you are amazing. Like if you want to study thinking into results, if you want to see what I'm up to, go to the site, come to the list, come to the Facebook group. We have a couple book clubs that we're studying: psycho-cybernetics, self-image. That we met last night. There's about 12 of us. It's just incredible to learn how you can upgrade your self-image, studying the book chapter by chapter at a very decent rate. You can do that. We're doing Think and Grow Rich every morning and Saturdays. We watch the videos. 7 a.m. Eastern, we study Think and Grow Rich. We're on the decision chapter this week. So many different opportunities for every one of you here to be part of and grow your skill set. These are the fundamentals that you're going to need to grow that success, to grow that $1 million business. It's not going to happen by itself, but I can help you get there, just like others are helping me to go to that 10 million level, 20 million level, because you can get what you want. You just have to decide today that is your turn, and you are going to move forward with this decision. So you are able. I know you're able because I know I'm able. You are, just like me, just like Dan. You are able. Are you willing to upgrade your life? That's what it takes. Are you willing? So with that, last minute for anybody else, and I do have to go. So thank you all so much. We'll come back tomorrow with another edition of Money, Success, Goals, Desires. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about attitude. All right? Tomorrow we're going to talk about attitude. Sounds good, Jackie, Aminata, and Dan?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. And with that, have an amazing, blessed day. It's been a privilege to serve you and speak with you all. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Jackie's on the other side of the world. It's probably evening for her.
Yes, this evening, but happy to be here, Kamal. That was a really great, I was going to say show, information, you name it, but it was very good, very good. I thoroughly enjoy all this stuff. So thank you so much for putting this on.
Thank you all. God bless. And reach out to Dan. Dan is amazing.
Okay. Sorry.
Down the man. Down the man.